You can be your own best friend or your own worst enemy. And right now, most men are choosing to be the enemy. Because what's the point in even going to the gym 5 times a week, building a business, reading books, stacking money, if every weekend you're just smashing all the progress to pieces, getting high, getting drunk, relapsing, and telling yourself, oh, don't worry about it, I'll start again Monday. Because you won't. You start again stuck in the same old loop, the same habits that keep pulling you back every time you make a bit of forward progress. And that's why you feel like you're moving nowhere. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And even if you take 2 steps forward, then 2 back, you haven't gone anywhere. You're still in the same position. This is why I had to learn the hard way over and over again. I was training hard, making money, building skills, gaining respect, but I kept pressing self-destruct, self-sabotage mode. I'd sniff my money away, smoke myself numb, drink like I hated myself and my internal organs, and then wake up feeling hollow and empty. All the progress I made, it had just vanished in a flash. Not because I wasn't capable, but because I didn't have the discipline to stop breaking the momentum. So let me tell you something raw. It's not the talent that separates men who build great lives and live amazing lives. It's the ability to protect that forward motion, that forward momentum. Because every little step you take matters. Going to the gym when you don't feel like it. Choosing water instead of vodka on that night out. Saying no to the bag when your mates offer it. And you don't need a key, you don't need a line. Getting up early to write your goals down and get that win in the day early, because that stacks. I promise you, that's the compound effect. And you either stack pain and regret, or you start stacking power and pride. Let me just say that again. You got to start stacking power and pride. But look, you don't need to be perfect. That's not what I'm saying. You just need to stop pressing reset every time life gets uncomfortable, because you got a choice to make. Do I want quick comfort or long-term confidence and happiness? Because every time you choose escapism, you're reinforcing the identity of the man who can't handle his emotions. You're teaching yourself that pleasure matters more than purpose, and that's why you feel low. That's why you feel stuck. That's why success always feels just out of reach. Yeah, great, you want to be high, but you should want to get high off progress, off that pump after a brutal gym session when you just feel like Superman, off seeing your business growing, making money, of providing value to the world and becoming the man that you promised yourself you were going to be. Because I'm telling you now, that high is much cleaner, longer, lasting, and doesn't come with a side effect of come down and hangover. But none of this is going to happen without consistency, because consistency beats talent. Be the guy who shows up when other guys check out. Be the guy who says, nah, I've got bigger shit to build. Be the guy who respects his future enough to protect his present. Because when you start thinking of life as a game of tiny consistent wins instead of a big dramatic comeback and fight back every Monday, everything starts to change. You stop living in guilt and start living in growth. You stop surviving and start thriving. You stop hating yourself and actually respecting the man in the mirror. Because I promise you, let me ask you this, are you your own best friend or your own worst enemy? If you actually looked at your actions and your life on a regular basis. Whatever the answer is, if you're ready to stop self-sabotaging and start building some real power, download the Limitless Man Blueprint. It's free, it's real, it's the exact framework I use to break the cycle and build a life I don't need to escape from, and all my clients and members in the Limitless Brotherhood have too. So if this message hit you, drop a comment, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and remember this, your life, you can build it or you can break it down, so choose wisely. And the Limitless Man Blueprint, the free link is in the bio, it's in the comments, it's everywhere really, but comment on the video Limitless and I'll send it through to you. Let's go.